On our Waysprinter segment today, we are glad to bring to your viewing pleasure our interview with David Awili. David Awili is reserved and is in harmony with the saying that well-loaded vessels don't make noise. David Awili is a Nigerian videographer and a video editor. He started off his career in the year 2017 after his academic program in the University of Benin. He studied an entirely different course. David took interest in photography and later video production. He has been on many productions so far and has worked with different brands, individuals, and politicians. He is the lead video editor for the media team of a great national political team in Bayelsa State. He is also the video team leader of an international advertising and public relations agency, where he contributes a full measure of creativity and efficiency to the overall growth of the organization. David Awili believes strongly that whatsoever is doing at all is worth doing well. One of his major goals in life is to own the biggest share in a multi-million-dollar international studio, the Universal Studio. Without any further ado, let's get straight into our conversation with the ambitious, creative, and talented videographer.
My name is Awili David. I'm a videographer, a drone pilot, a photographer, a graphic design, and a video consultant basically. I provide video solutions. So one of my side dreams as a kid growing up was the fact that I wanted to be a pilot. So go to school, went to school, grew up, and life happened, and of course I'm not a pilot today, but the times I fly drone, I get that sort of fulfillment that, so if I'm not in the air somewhere flying a plane, I am here flying a drone. So it gives me that sense of feeling, and I actually like the fact that I do visual things. So I see the result of the things I create, and it's awesome to me because I see myself as a major creator. So I create things, I see them, I preserve memories, I see them, and it gives me a lot of joy, and I enjoy my work a whole lot. So it's been an interesting experience, interesting journey for me, in the sense that I started off on a very, very broke level. When I started off, I didn't have money I did intern for about a year in different organizations, from one organization to the other, and there was no money. At some point in time, I had a 9-to-5 where I was literally very broke as much as I was staying in the office. And over time, my work that I've been doing sort of paid off, in the sense that somebody randomly contacted me for a project, and that was it, and I completely went freelance after that production because everything seems to have sorted itself out after that production. Before I begin to create, I've already created in my mind. So before I begin to shoot a video, I've already edited it in my mind. I know what I'm going for. So for every set I'm going for every production I'm going into, I've already done it in my head. That's played out in my head because I edit my videos myself. So I know what I want to do. I know how to hit about it. I've visioned it already. So I just go and create it, then perfect it in post-production. And also, I'm very big on God. I am very big on the supernatural being. So I can pace around for 30 minutes just settling my mind to what I want to achieve. So I don't go on productions without having it first put together in my head. And I like to see things where people don't see it. So I see beauty in ashes. That was one of my slogans. So when I go to a place, I first of all look for what is the beautiful things, what are the beautiful angles I can capture here, what are the things I can do with everything that is here. So I want to play around everything. I want to do everything to see how best I can judiciously use everything that is around me to create something that people will look at and say, this makes sense, and you can connect with it easily. So I got into this in my uni days. I was in 300 or 200 levels specifically, and I was then heading the fellowship. Media unit. So I was the media head then, and I had contacted somebody to come and cover an event for me. So the person there was my class rep, and I said, come and take pictures for us. And he said, oh, you will charge 7,000 or 10,000. And I said, really, just take pictures. And I told him, if you rent me this camera, how much would you rent? He said 2,000. I said, show me where to take pictures. And that was it. So I rented camera from somebody because I didn't want to pay 7,000 naira for 2K, and I took pictures. Some were very terrible, out of focus, were exposed, plenty things. But that was just the journey for me, and from there we started going, and I had to really master the craft, get into it, and that's been the journey so far. So I draw my inspiration from all the lessons, all the parts of life where I tried something and it didn't work out the way I planned it to. So for every time people call it failure, for every time I don't get it right, I draw inspiration for it, in the sense that I tell myself, okay, it didn't work out because I didn't do this right. So every time I do something and it doesn't go the way I planned, the way I thought it would go, I will try to see how did this work. I will draw inspiration from those things. And also there are people I look up to in life. Of course, I look at works of amazing people like Femi Awojide and amazing guys in the industry, and I see what they are doing, how they are creating masterpieces that connect with that, the frames, the compositions. You can see the connection, you can see yourself in it, and I love things like that. And I watch plenty of art and documentary. I love documentary. I'm big on art, documentary that tells story, real life story, and that's how I draw inspiration basically. And I listen to music and pray in the Holy Ghost. So last year I did 2 major jobs that kept me on my foot, like got me thinking on my foot. I did one major documentary that has to tell the stories of women, and it was really, really amazing for me, because not just the fact that we had to travel around Nigeria capturing different moments about these women and how unique they've been, but I could connect with them on many levels, because I saw my mother in some of them, I saw my aunt, I grew up in so many of them, I saw my sister in so many women, and it got to me so much, because it was nostalgic for me, because I actually had to go to places I've lived in way back also. So that project was big for me. It was really massive, because it required my creativity, filming different locations and bringing it together to tell one full story of documentary. It was quite big for me. Then I had worked on one political project as a video consultant also. That's also stretched me, in the sense that we go for campaign right now, we are back, they need the video in 2 minutes. So there's no time for plenty. You want to add this, you want to add that. But even as they want it now, you still have to add this and that. So I had to look for a way of creating, balancing, getting the creativity right, getting the top-notch job, but getting it out right in time. And that also has given me an edge in this industry. No, we've not seen it all. Even myself, I blow my mind sometimes. I'm like, okay, there is this part of me that I need to explore. Like I'm currently working on an Instagram page that I started off newly, and it's growing organically on its own. So I'm taking pictures with my phone, and they are really amazing. I'm looking to do even more things. For instance, I'm working on a mini project that I would share. I'm looking to shoot a full-length short film with a mobile phone, all on mobile, and edit these things and get it really out and tell stories that people can connect with daily, but no single camera use, just mobile phones. So I'm looking to do amazing stuff, amazing stuff. So there is a whole lot to expect from me. Nigerians do not pay properly. Not okay. So I'm going to be biased on this one, because I've worked with people that I sent an invoice to, and they called me, somebody specific. I worked with her. I sent an invoice to her. She said, "No, you don't understand what I'm saying. You're undercharging me." That has been one client that said, "Okay, you're a good Nigerian." So Nigerians, I think they don't. So if you don't understand the value of what you're getting yet, you might not pay for it appropriately. So I think Nigeria is still in that phase of education on what it takes to actually get these things done. They'll be like, "Is it not video that I can just pull up my phone and record it?" So that's the plan. That's the concept. So they don't really like to pay so much for these things, but when they see the value for what you're bringing on board, so it's not just about holding camera against people, but being able to tell the story, being able to give those little insights of, I think we can tweak this a bit to get this right result and be able to tell this story well and all. That's what will make them pay the right price. But as now, I don't think the pay is adding up to the effort, but we are getting there. It's a journey, of course. Clients are interesting. I've encountered different kinds of clients. The clients that pay you the least are the ones that would stress your destiny. They will call for reversion number 1, they will call for reversion number 2, they will say the light is not showing well. You fix the light and you return it to them. They say, no, now I'm not seeing the client again. Can you please turn it back again? They say, they say, no, the graphics is not looking blurry. So you will do reversions upon reversion and did not even pay well. And they will not ask their friend. They will not send the video to their friend in Jamaica. They will not say, no, I think when you are done with that, they keep, that kills me back and forth, and all my thing. So it's a major challenge. But I still feel we will get there. We will get there. But those people have come to the stage are not going anywhere. I've figured it's in the line of business. As more you are doing this work, they will come. So I'm learning also how to handle such persons, how to handle every client, because every client is different. Human beings are different, and that's how it is. So that has been one challenge. And of course, equipment, my brother, in this industry, irrespective of the equipment you have, there's another equipment that is calling your equipment baby. When you go for big productions and you know what you're bringing a Sony A6000 and you are seeing somebody shooting with an Arri, you're like, what am I holding? Can I just keep this and sit down with you, bro? Teach me the way faster. But the point is, yes, it's challenging, but all the money you practically make, you invest back into the craft every other time.